We're grateful to have you here today. My name is Scott Oswald. I've been a resident of Marion, Ohio since 1998. I just want to make a quick statement before I give you an encouragement from the Word of God today. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of the label that's been put on Marion. Anybody else sick and tired of hearing about how Marion's addicted, Marion's full of heroin, Marion's full of junk? I understand there's a reality out there, but there's a reality coming to Lincoln Park, more specifically coming to Marion, Ohio, that God is more able than heroin. God is more able than alcohol. God is more able than marijuana, folks. God is more able than pill addiction. And I came to tell you today, if you came to Lincoln Park, you came to the right place, baby, because God's just getting ready to heal, touch, and restore and deliver your life today. If you believe it, shout hallelujah. See, I can't stand the fact that people are negative about Marion. And you know what? If you think it's really that bad, it's time for the church, it's time for the community, and it's time for the citizens of Marion to stand up and do something about the problems instead of complaining about the problem. Yeah, disruption. I just want to share a brief encouragement out of Hebrews chapter 4. And before I read it, I just want to say this. Some of you might be here today and you say, well, I don't know about this Jesus thing. I don't know about this God thing. I don't know about this church thing. I'm afraid. I'm not real sure about it. And there's two areas in your life. You might be saying, well, I've done way too much for God to ever want me. Or maybe currently in your life. Maybe currently in your life you might be saying, well, you know, I'm doing things right now that God wouldn't take me. God wouldn't accept me. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. I'm going to go ahead and tell you
Take
now.
this one, Scott.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now that God is here to accept you as is. No matter what needs you have, no matter what you came to Lincoln Park with, God is going to take you just as you are today. Okay, we all have needs. We're all human. We all sin. We all fall short. We all make mistakes. Every one of us is screwed up. And just so you know, I come from a drug and alcohol background. I grew up. I was molested when I was young. I was used, abused. And people didn't love me. I got taken advantage of. But let me tell you something. The devil's reign of terror is over, starting on today, over your life. Amen? And Jesus has something good for you today. But you're here and you say, well, I hear you, preacher, I hear you, Brother Scott, I hear you, citizen of Marion. You might be saying, well, I'm not real sure about this. Well, let me read something to you out of the Word of God. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 14, 15, and 16. He says, since then we have a great high priest who has passed through the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God. Let us hold fast our confession. For we do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with us. He can sympathize with our weakness. He understands where we have failed and where we have gone wrong. But the Bible declares, but he was without sin. He was tempted just like us, but he never sinned. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that's what gives him the right to stand before God the Father and plead on your behalf. So verse 16 goes on to say this, let us therefore draw near with confidence to the throne of grace that we may receive mercy and may find grace to help in time of need. This is simply what I want to say to you, and this is what the Lord put on my heart to share with you today. You were here and you're set up by divine appointment, and this is what the Lord wanted me to say to you. Whatever need you have brought here today is going to be met and is going to be dealt with and is going to be secured, and God is going to fix and begin to help and heal you and put you on a better path in your life starting today.